What's going on, everyone? Welcome to some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. And okay, so we played through most of this, and then some shit went down at the end of it, and so um we're kind of restarting because now I kind of know what I want to do and everything. And if you're new to my channel, you won't understand, but if you've watched me before, I'll like go through a whole playthrough. And if I make one wrong decision that I don't like, or how it affected the ending or whatever, I'll restart the whole game. It's a problem, but I like to perfect my walkthroughs or of my story games. So we do have a bunch of mods downloaded, and when I say bunch, I mean a bunch. Graphic mods, aesthetic mods. We got some more graphic mods. Okay, we're just gonna jump right on into it. Alright, we're gonna be a Jedi Counselor. Because we were a Sentinel in the first game. But I think now I kind of just want to focus on Force powers more than just. Do we though? Because we did get a lot of Force powers in the first one. And maybe our Sentinel just goes focuses on Force powers. No, let's go Jedi Counselor. Um, Custom. I do have a couple of modded faces. Oh no. Don't tell me it's not working. The mods better be working. Okay. So we can go with this face I got a modded with a beard. Because one of the faces isn't working with a beard, so. I got this face modded in. Not sure. Like, it's not like. It wasn't in the game at all. I modded it in. So I think we just go with this, honestly. Because I want hair. I don't want to be bald. Alright. We're gonna go persuade, repair, do that. You know what? Ooh. We're going. We're gonna go finesse melee weapons first. So we can actually hit stuff. Name. Um. This is always what takes me the longest. Because I'll just randomize until I find one that I like. Then Cone. I think that's an okay name. Oh yeah, I figured it out. Sorry I haven't streamed in a while. I was at my dad's watching the house and babysitting and everything. Nope. We are not getting copyrighted. I will not have it.
Hyperdrive offline.
Nah, I figured out what I'm doing.
Proximity alert.
I I watched the light side ending. And
The Ebon Hawk
I
is
know which
adrift
way
in
we're going.
space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition.
Oh my
You
god.
won't survive long without medical
The
attention.
mod makes it look like
The hyperdrive
my face is all
damaged.
fucked up.
Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and
Oh,
dock
you
with
know
the
what?
nearby Peragus mining station for much-needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a
Maybe
lone
we
astronaut
don't use
droid.
mods.
Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
So I remember it fucking up. We're skipping prologue. Prologue, there's no reason to do it. If we could skip Peragus, I'd skip Peragus. But the question is, if the mods look like shit, can we uninstall mods and still play the same game? I should have figured that out. If my face looks fucked, we're going to restart. Oh no, I'm not going light side. The light side ending sucks ass. It actually made me mad.
Awaken.
Oh, okay, so. Oh, dude. Okay, so. This game's old enough, I'm just gonna fucking spell it. So, the light side ending, you do have all the Jedi Masters, and they tell you, um, you know how your companions kind of do whatever you want? Like, if you fight some pedestrian, they'll fight with you. And you're like, why did I do that? Blah, blah, blah. So apparently, you feed off of their force powers. So you kind of consume the force around you, using it as your own. Okay? So, because something happened at Malachor. Or during the war. And so, they legit all coherently say, you can't live. And we gotta cut you off from the force. And then you can say okay, and then Kreia attacks them, or you can say fuck you, and then you attack them. Either way, it ends in bloodshed. So I'd rather make the decisions I want than killing them anyways later on, you know? Because I want to side with the general. I want to kill Rook. I want to do whatever, you know what I mean? So, really, either way, they die. So, might as well kill them and get side with the people I want to side with, than just let them live and kill them later, I guess.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the coltal tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Peragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to... Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Corta, are already Another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the colto tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
We don't have any spikes. Unlock the medical storage room. Do that. Unlock the door to the morgue.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead?
Well, I thought you were dead.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the colto tank about you. How do you feel?
A little disoriented. Was it your voice I heard in the coltal tank?
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
So you can touch minds and feign death. Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Last thing I remember, I was on board a Republic ship, the Harbinger. What happened to it?
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
I'm no longer a member of the Jedi Order.
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
The Jedi Order didn't have troubled history.
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Very well. What is this place? I guess we would know, but we know, as a viewer. Alright, what's going on? How did we get here?
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek.
The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Why do you think we are in this together?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
You seem nervous, worried. Is something... No, let's go straight. Are you sure there's nothing else you can tell me about this place?
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
We'll see. There's got to be some... Is there anything else I should keep an eye out for?
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
Persuade such to me. The miners in the med bay were murdered. Know why? Are you well enough to travel? Oh. That's not part of the question.
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
They didn't. I am trained to resist poisons of the body.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
You seem to know a lot about Jedi teachings.
And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
Just stay out of my way or you'll end up like these corpses.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Okay. We'll see how far I kind of want to get. Because what my problem is Peragus. Like, if I'm on Peragus, I don't have the will to stream or go on because it's so boring. But once I leave Peragus, I get so into the game that I don't want to stop streaming. As you could tell when I was streaming this first time. Like when I was on Peragus, I only streamed like for an hour or two at a time. And then after Peragus, I streamed for like 4 to 5. Not one time I streamed for like 10. Which was really hard to edit after. It was so annoying.
Is this thing on? All right, all hands, especially you, Corder. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Peragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Peragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out. And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Corda and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives. So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot. I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Corda or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped. I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Ugh, I already want to, like, get off. I hate Peragus. Peragus sucks.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond,
It makes me
yet
tired.
it stems from nothing that lives.
Freya, what?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy that you can feel echoing outwards.
I went wrong button. That's the wrong button too. How do you say this game again? Okay, here we go. We could probably try.
Ah, you hear it. It is faint, but it is there.
Feels strange, like sedatives are wearing off.
It is the force you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
But it doesn't feel like it did. It feels like it's coming from across the great distance.
Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
Let's start off with shot. Since we are going to destroys. Because if I remember correctly, that's legit all you fight here is destroys. And thank God I figured out how to not get stuck this time. So we're not like, you know, having to load, save, and reload, save, and reload. Let's go on 60 FPS. Good. Maybe we gotta check what's up here. What about the other way? to save that.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read. But you have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
Oh, I also figured out how to get Vader to become a Jedi. So hopefully I don't fuck that part up again.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here?
Got a name or just a big mouth?
Atton. Atton Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Care to explain why you're locked up?
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
This facility's deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting.
Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
There's a bounty on captured Jedi? Why?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left? What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
I heard rumors of a war, but a war between Jedi? Oh, look. It's kind of glitched. What was it caused by the Mandalorian Wars?
Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
I've heard a few rumors, but a little else in my travels.
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
The rumors I heard said Revan defeated Malik, then went to Korriban to unite the Sith against the Republic.
Well, that was the story. But whatever happened there must not have lasted. Oh, there was some big civil war on Korriban. Knocked that academy to the ground. Looks like Revan's Grand Crusade finally consumed her.
How long have you been in that cage? Revan was a man, not a woman.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
I had some more questions for you.
Look, no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
Oh, you're finally catching on, huh? I don't know, this facility seems abandoned.
Well, the miners can't all be gone. But if they are... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Tell me your plan and we can go from there.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this self-security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out of here.
The miners in the med bay were murdered, know why?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Never mind, just checking.
So you done interrogating me, or are we gonna work together and try to get out of this mess?
I'll switch off the case, but if you try anything, I'll cut you down without a second thought.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Pazak. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown. Hey!
Sounds like she's about to tell me something I don't want to hear. If I hear any more bad news, I'm gonna get violent.
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
That wouldn't be standard procedure in an emergency lockdown.
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
Is there anything else we can do with the console?
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Let's see if we can try and reach someone in the comms.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
Tracked the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. Says his master, the survivor, I guess, was on the Republic ship the Harbinger when it suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. If so, that's gonna mean true. Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid's story. The T3 droid had seized up, so he left it in storage in standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be it's voice activated for all we know. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with him. Quarter's mining crew wanted us to collect the credits for the bounty the Exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but nobody will know word from the Republic. But I've sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Ebon Hawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser, and those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
There's no response. Hangar Bay 25. You're accessing. There's a series of low-pitched whistles and beeps. Sounds of the utility droid on the other end. Can you read me? He is voice activated. Seems. Do a diagnostics, then follow my instructions. We're trapped on the administration lever. Can you unlock the turbo lifts? Is there some other way out of here besides the turbo lifts? I'd rather risk it than be trapped up here. Yeah, we probably won't stream long. I just wanted to get it started, so then once I wake up, you know, we'll be like halfway through Peragus. And I know you don't want to watch Peragus, so you know, I don't want to play Peragus. I was going to download oh wait, no, we need to go that way. I was going to download like a Peragus skip. But you like lose out on like 4 levels, and those 4 levels are fucking crucial. Because without those 4 levels, you don't get to level 15. You know, that fast, or as soon as you would regularly. And level 15 is how you get your advanced class. And so I was like, it's not worth it. As much as I hate Peragus, it's not worth skipping just because you get so many levels out of it. Ah, you bitches. Bringing up cheats. I mean, I guess Peragus won't take as long as I'd, you know, assume. Just because, we've kind of already done this like 3 different times. And recently, so. I mean, I still think it'll take a while. But it won't, you know, it won't take 4 hours. It'll probably take like 3 or 2.5 or some shit. Prepare. Access emergency control commands. Run diagnostics. Check status of emergency subsystems. Open blast door to the fuel depot. Access hangar logs. Access docking and takeoff procedures.
A lot of cargo from the Jedi's freighter is being stored in the secure cargo hold until we can pass it through the quarantine checks. And as requested, all the programming spikes the security officers wanted confiscated have been stored there as well, to prevent further system compromises. The secure cargo hold should be safe enough. If anybody wants to break into it, they'd have to blow it open with explosives. Who ordered the mining droids to repair that Jedi's freighter? I come in here off the work shift and 3 of them are repairing the port stabilizers? Did I miss something? Is somebody planning a trip? Because orders were that the hangar was to be locked down ever since that Jedi arrived. I don't know what maintenance is up to, but you can't just commission droids for repairs, especially with half the work shifts in medbay. Those droids are needed to repair the ventilation tunnels before gas builds up to terminal levels. It's not like that ship can go anywhere anyway. Even if it had the asteroid orbital drift charts, the navicomputer's been voice-locked. You'd need the access code to get it spaceworthy. Considering this latest droid commission breach, I'm putting the droids in this section under the control of the current dock officer. If anyone sends commands to the mining droids outside this terminal, I'll be forced to enact full override. Looks like those droids got the vessel working again, even with all the damage it had taken. The maintenance officer still won't admit ordering them to fix it, though. Regardless, still no luck accessing the navicomputer. It's been voice-locked, maybe by one of the corpses we found on the ship, like the old woman. If so, that ship isn't going anywhere, unless we rip out the navicomputer and put in a new one. If we even had one to spare. The only reason someone would lock their navicomputer is to hide their astrogation charts. Someone didn't want us to know where that ship was going, or where it had been. Only smugglers do that, or someone with something to hide. That Jedi's got a lot of questions to answer.
But, I did get a job, but I just haven't started it yet. I'm just waiting for them to call me to tell me my schedule. Because they hired, they already hired a bunch of cooks, but I didn't want to be a server, so I was like, yeah, I'm fine with being part-time for right now. Until, it gets closer to when I have to move out. Then I need full-time. Because I'll need to get my own place. Hopefully I could convince my friend to like move in with me or some shit. I don't know. Hopefully by October, when I move out. Places aren't expensive. Because if so, even working full time, even making as much as I would be making, it's still, a tight squeeze. Just because everything's, going up. And I don't think it's going down anytime soon. Oh, I'm a cook. I'm gonna be a cook at a restaurant.
So is that stupid droid of yours gonna come through or not?
Give him a little more time.
Well, I'm beginning to think I was a little better off in my... Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through.
Looks like it, but it's strange she didn't contact us on comms.
If he got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar.
The turbo lifts are locked down manually, so I had them open the emergency hatch.
Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there.
If it's dangerous in those tunnels, then you're the one going, not me.
Me? You're the Jedi. If one of us has to go, then it's you. Guardians of peace and justice throughout the galaxy, last I heard.
The Jedi Code doesn't apply to fallen Jedi, so don't make me any angrier, or there will only be one of us standing here.
There's no way I'm going down there. You might as well lock me up again if you freed me just to throw me into a nest of Gundarks.
I don't have time for cowardice, then stay here. No, forget it then. You coward, I'll find a way off this mess, then leave you on this rock to die.
I'll take coward over stupid any day. I'll keep the comlink on just in case you need some help. Not that I'll come running, mind you.
Oh, because, you know... I was a dick. Yeah, but I got a job as a cook. It's mainly like a burger restaurant. Is that what it opened? I want to say yes.
Can you read me?
Yeah, for a minute I thought you and Kira were both telepathic.
What did you say? Your signal's crammed with static. There's a lot of interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Peragus fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down.
Alert me immediately if you pick up anything.
Will do. And be careful down there.
Usually he says, like, find clothes. Oh, here it is. It's good.
Find the emergency supplies?
Yes, and looks like there's some clothes in here. Looks like some mining gear and uniform.
About time. The whole half-naked Jedi thing was wearing a little thin. Look, there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines, and the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them.
There's some kind of mining energy shield in the crate.
Yeah, it's like a military-issue energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mining lasers. It won't last forever, and certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids.
Yeah, but, you know, I got this job because no warehouse was calling me back. But, you know, at the interview, the manager that hired me was really cool, and then Yeah. And I know they have good food, so I'll get a discount. Sounds useful. How do I use it?
Just equip it on your wrist, and then you can activate it like a med pack. Again, it won't last forever, so make it count.
Yeah. But I have like so much I want to do. You know, I have my car to fix, which is like thousands in repairs. And then, because it's so old, it's like falling apart. And then, I want a new PC and a new desk with a second monitor. Understood. Anything else?
Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals, and if the numbers are right, you're sharing those tunnels with a battalion of mining droids.
Any advice on how to take them out?
Well, these are construction models. They shoot like a moisture farmer militia. Since they rely on ranged weapons, get in close with a melee weapon and start bashing them. In close combat, the guy with the vibroblade has the edge over the guy with the rifle, droid or not. Otherwise, just drill them from a distance. If they're not shielded, that is.
Shielded?
Yeah, it's possible some of the droid models may have mining shields on. If so, the shields may absorb laser fire. You can usually tell when a shield is active. It'll make an electrical field around the target. If they activate a shield, the best thing you can do is hit them with a melee weapon or try to burn out the shield with continual fire. But that could take a while, and it leaves you a target.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, and if I ever, if I ever need more hours, I can always be like, yeah, I'll be a server as well. Do cook and serve. I'll do that. Anything else?
There's gotta be some central controller down there. See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be governing intelligence.
Okay. I'm just glad I found a place, Cause it was getting
Watch where you step. I'm picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't
I
run
was
unless
getting
you
pretty
have to.
desperate.
Makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolitions, you might be able to recover them and use them against the droids. That is, if the mines don't get you first. If you have survey gear or a safety harness, put them on. They'll make spotting and disarming the sonic charges a little easier.
Understood. Vin cone out. No, why are there so many charges on here?
Those mining droids, especially the excavator models, are designed to arm and set sonic charges for mining. Chances are if they still had charges after they went rogue, then they may have set them to try and kill the miners. And you. If you see one of those excavators, watch out. They may use their undeployed charges as projectiles.
Actually, I can. No. I don't want to waste a repair part. I mean, I'm hoping and at the same time, I'm trying to get into college. Hopefully before, cut off is, because I think college starts August 27th. I just need to, take the entrance exam.
Hey, watch out. That explosion has superheated the tunnels ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against the heat if you move quickly enough.
Understood. That's a close one. No, okay. Oh. No. Hold on. There we go. But yeah. That's the plan, and then if they have like dorms available, I'll try to get into that. So then I don't have to get my own place.
You're getting close to something big. I think it's the main
And I can
ventilation
save
shaft.
money.
If so, the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids. If you still have a mining energy shield, I'd equip it and switch it on.
Because I'm old enough now. Okay, it's two reasons I waited until now to go to college. One, I'm old enough now to where the government will pay for my college, or at least help me pay for it, depending on like how much I make. So instead of it basing off my parents' income, it's based off my personal income, which is garbage. Um, and then two, I have dyslexia, so it's just college is going to be difficult, but I at least want to try. Um, there aren't just mining droids down here. There's sensor balls too.
Sensor? It must be maintenance drones. Watch out. Those little pests will try to repair the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. Still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
Understood. Yeah. I don't think it's my thing either, but I need a. I can't really get a career, start a career without it, honestly. Because I want, like, either to work from home or an office job. Oh, and I can't do that without college. You know. So. Joy-Con functions. That's a good one. We'll just shut it down. I don't want to waste spikes at the moment, and I think killing gives us more XP than whatever we'd get from either telling them to kill each other or putting them on passive. And also, a reason why I'm going to college. It's kind of stupid. I'm getting up there in age. I'm trying to, find a wife. And start a family and everything. And what better way to meet new people than college? Since I'm shy, college will help me.
Some strange readings. What are you doing down there?
I'm an introvert. What are you talking about?
The containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels.
How much time do I have?
I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot, real soon.
Oh, this is the way we're supposed to be killing. Wait, hold on. Does this open? No, it doesn't. What's this then? There's 2 triple lips. Okay. I don't know which one's the good one. What's this way? I don't remember ever coming though. Ever coming this way. Yeah. Get that. Oh, we loaded up, right? I forgot. Skills. Feats. Get toughness. No, let's get dual. Powers. Just get effective mind. Because I want mind domination as soon as possible. Let's also get. I want to get fear. But yeah, let's get fear. I mean, even though we can't use it right now.
It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus. How may I be of assistance?
Tell me what you're doing here before I turn you in slag.
Answer. I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous Master, you are the only organic which I may now serve.
Who was your previous Master?
Answer, the captain of the Harbinger, Master. I was in transit to Telos to facilitate communications and terminate hostilities. However, we did not arrive at our intended destination.
What happened?
Irritated answer. Oh, Master, it is such a long, dull story, and not terribly relevant to our current situation.
Pedro, you don't take orders too well. Now tell me what happened.
Hesitant explanation. That has been the subject of considerable discussion since our arrival here, Master. Many have attempted to claim you and this unit as salvage. I was crudely interrogated concerning our brief history together on board the Harbinger, before its communications, weapons, and engines suffered the cascade failure that disabled the ship.
How come I don't remember any of this?
Speculation. It is possible you were incapacitated and locked in the well-shielded cargo compartment as the Harbinger was being systematically crippled, Master.
Incapacitated?
Clarification. Yes, Master. No doubt the flurry of destruction on board the Harbinger somehow drugged you into a stupor from which you could not awaken. Most curious.
Drugged? What do you mean drugged?
Placation. Merely a turn of phrase, Master.
Sure it
the
is,
implication that your state was due to the result of ingesting large quantities of Juma juice was unintentional. I meant to communicate only that you were somehow rendered unconscious before you were locked securely in the cargo hold.
Locked?
Clarification. By locked, I meant sealed, Master. My vocabulator seems to be malfunctioning.
What happened next?
Recitation. Following the unusual set of coincidences that led to the cascade failure in the Harbinger's systems, we were boarded by a small freighter with unknown ID codes. It appeared that this freighter had been attacked, and the captain wanted to study it. This freighter appeared to be still spaceworthy. Your cargo compartment was breached, and you were taken on board the freighter shortly before the Harbinger's systems began to go critical. I, too, managed to board the freighter before the Harbinger's destruction. We were most fortunate to have survived, Master.
Any idea what attacked the small freighter?
Evaluation. Master, I do not know. Judging from the damage, it had been attacked by a much larger vessel. And when it attempted to escape the Harbinger with you on board, it was fired on again. Addendum. It does seem odd that such a small vessel has a high probability of attracting the attention of much larger vessels. Not a welcome trait in a freighter, to be sure.
What was this freighter the Harbinger brought on board?
Explanation. I believe it was a smuggler's vessel by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Speculation. As to its purpose, I do not know. Perhaps it was always its intention to play dead, then kidnap you off the Harbinger and rob me of my bounty.
Bounty?
Clarification. By bounty, I refer to your life, Master. It would pain me to see you damaged in any way.
Yeah, because the bounty doesn't allow it damaged.
Caused me considerable distress.
You bounty hunting bitch. And the Ebon Hawk came here?
Apology. My memory core cannot provide a clear answer on that point, Master. Suffice to say that once we arrived at this floating rock, our situation became much clearer.
How so?
Explanation. Despite my market value, Master, the miners were far more interested in you. It did not take long for me to ascertain the reason for this. While an HK protocol droid is a valuable piece of property, Jedi are worth much more in certain exclusive markets across the galaxy. Painful admission. I must confess to feelings of inferiority at the speculated difference between my value and the price for your capture. I was forced to remind myself it was not due to a failing of my model or function, but because You were a Jedi.
How'd they find out I was a Jedi?
Surprised answer. Why, I told them, Master. You are the exiled Jedi who served with Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not? I hope all that has happened has not been the result of a miscommunication. If so, then the problem lies with the core word databases, which are notoriously spotty.
Unpleasantness, what are you talking about?
Answer. All that has happened has been because they believe you to be a Jedi, Master. They debated what to do with you as you lay unconscious in the medical bay. One group seemed intent on selling you as property. The other group opposed this.
Then what happened?
3 standard hours after the division between the miners became apparent, accidents began to occur throughout the facility. A result of improper maintenance, I believe. These accidents coincided with the degradation of the mining droid behavioral cores. Crude models are prone to such failures, resulting in murderous rampages. The mortality rate of organics in the facility rose quickly.
I had some other questions.
Of course, Master. How may I be of assistance?
I'm looking for a way into the Peragus hangar bay.
Pitying answer. Oh, that is unfortunate, Master. The hangar is sealed behind a containment field. It would be impossible to open it.
What about override codes?
Answer. Only the Peragus administration officer would have such codes, Master. If he hasn't already been murdered in an unfortunate accident, then he is trapped in the dormitory section, which has been effectively cut off from the facility by explosives.
It's also, is there another way to reach the dormitory?
Theory. You could walk across the surface of the asteroid to the dormitory airlock, but such a route would be extremely hazardous, and I do not wish to see you damaged.
I only want the codes those miners have, and when I have the codes, I'll dispose of them and leave this rock.
Warning. Master, continued exploration of this facility may place you in unnecessary danger. I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless conversation.
Another suggestion like that, and I'll turn you in scrap.
Weary resignation. Very well, Master, but there is very little that I can do. You see, the airlock is sealed by a code.
Alright, so how do I get the code to the airlock?
Correction. Oh, I already possess the code, Master, but I am afraid that it will do you no good.
What do you mean?
Condescending explanation. Master, the console governing the droid maintenance area and the airlock is voice-printed music. In the last days of his life, the maintenance officer was quite careful about voice protocols, bordering on paranoid obsession. Conjecture. I suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice-locked the droid bay functions. A prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics.
A voice printed.
Explanation. Yes, Master. Many consoles have voice recognition sensors built into their systems so that only selected individuals can unlock them.
You said you already have the code? But you know the code.
Condescending explanation. Oh, yes, Master. The code is Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless.
Then how can I bypass the voice print?
Answer. Master, you cannot. You are trapped here just as I am. There is nothing to do, except patiently wait for whatever the future has in store for us.
I'll be going.
Greetings. It is a pleasure to see you in... Master.
Finished the sonic imprint sensor prototype for the mining droids. Everyone knows they need an upgrade. The sensor should allow me to issue voice commands to them rather than manually adjusting their routine each time the mining specifications change. I've been keeping the sensor in the maintenance workshop for the time being. I wanted to test it first by recording and playing back some simple voice commands. Finished my examination of the droids from the Ebon Hawk freighter. The T3 unit looked like it had shut itself down. The protocol droid, however, made up for it. It talked my ear off for most of the hour, asking questions about the facility, the
dark side
personnel, and
run.
so on. Still, it wanted to make itself useful, so I put it to work until its master wakes up from the med bay. It seems to have some skills in speaking to droid behavior cores, so... There's been some trouble with some of the mining droids, so I'm signing off.
Any dark side runs, or like Renegade, or whatever, is always more fun than being nice to everyone.
Been speaking to the protocol droid about the Jedi in medbay. I thought they'd all gone away or been killed in the Jedi Civil War. The droid told me that his master is the only Jedi he knows of in all the galaxy. That the Jedi had served in the Mandalorian Wars almost 10 years ago. That would have meant that the Jedi served under Revan for a time. That can't be good. Everyone knows that all the Jedi who followed Revan fell to the dark side. Been too busy to enter a log for a while. There's been more and more accidents since that Jedi arrived. The miners are starting to get restless, especially Corda. Corda said the exchange is offering a huge bounty on Jedi Knights and that we can make a fortune if we sell the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa. Security shot down that idea pretty quick, but I don't think Corda and his men are going to give up that easy. I mentioned the trouble to the Jedi's protocol droid, and he seemed concerned about his master's safety. I told the droid not to worry. The Corda wouldn't... With the protocol droid's help, I made some upgrades to the sonic imprint sensor, using some of the droid's vocabulator subroutines. In addition to its ability to store and record voices, it now has the droid's full array of alien languages, including Basic. Should prove useful as a portable translator. I tried to make sure the protocol unit got some credit for helping fashion it, but the droid refused, saying the work was reward enough. I was thinking of installing the prototype in one of the mining droids as a test, and see what happens. When the dock officer reported the droids repairing the Ebon Hawk, I installed a voice print ID on the droid console system. Someone ordered them to repair that freighter. But I can't find a trace of the order anywhere. If anyone tries that again, they won't be able to do it from this terminal unless I let them. The voice print should cut any user off from the central functions unless I give the code. The maintenance check on the droids didn't help. If anything, the accidents have increased. Security interrogated me about the droids and they weren't too happy with my answers. I don't understand it though. These aren't combat models. They shouldn't even know how to attack. I can't help but think, what if somebody staged the initial trouble with the mining droids just to get them all sent to maintenance, and then did something to them? I think security's right. Someone's trying to sabotage this facility and they're using the droids to do it. But why?
Let's bring up my wisdom first. No, we got that. We could get slow, but I want to get this first. Burst of speed.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master. How may I be of assistance?
What's that body there?
Answer. That is all that remains of the maintenance officer, Master. At the end, he was quite incoherent from the pain, and attempts to facilitate communications with him proved useless. I heard his dying screams as the droids he tended turned on him, mining him like a piece of asteroid rock.
Screams?
Recitation? Oh yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids, burning through the outer door. They're forcing their way into the bay. Please, someone that... Oh no, they're through! Oh, my leg! They're burning through my leg! Oh, stop! Stop, please!
Addendum. His remaining attempts at communication are variations in decibel, Master, ranging from frenzied screams to gibbering inarticulate attempts to beg for his life.
Can you repeat that?
Recitation? Oh yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids, burning through the outer door.
Addendum. His remaining attempts at...
Wait, if you can play back his voice, can't you speak the voice code?
Objection. Master, to commit such an act would be in violation of the ethics programming most droids are believed to possess. I am afraid there is nothing that can be done.
The fact you can mimic voice is pretty impressive. What would it sound like if you did speak the code in the console?
Proud answer. Master, I believe my vocabulator is working adequately enough to accommodate your request. A recitation.
Maintenance control voice print ID R1B5.
There. Was that sufficient, Master?
Yes, I think that's... I'll be going now. Someone's cocky, use it against them.
Maintenance control, voice print ID, R1B5.
Oh, that's the administration level.
That's about time. I lost your signal after you left the mining tunnels. Now you're coming in clear.
Except I'm picking you up on the exterior of the facility, on the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Really? Maybe you should look up.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
I need to reach the miners, in the dormitory section, and this is the only way to get there.
You're crazy, even for a Jedi. Look, you need to get out of there, quick.
Is something wrong?
What little is left of the facility's venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Peragus fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents, right in your path.
Why are the vents placed so close to the exterior scaffolding?
That's just it. They're not supposed to be active when the airlock's opened, and not without the safety measures kicking in. The vents look like they've been purposely rerouted to vent the gases to the exterior, and only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if... Now what now? I don't believe this. There's a ship coming in, sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
He looks so much better with the mod. No. Can we skip the docking sequence? No, okay. That's stupid. All it shows is it docking.
he has come.
Who has come? That that sleeping with viper plates looking dude. All right, we're gonna save here, and I'm gonna go to sleep. And then later, you know, today, since it's the next day technically, um, we'll finish Peragus and probably do all of Telos. I just gotta decide if I want to side with the Arthurians, if the light side's worth it, though. I gotta figure that out. But I will catch you later.